Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta. The Hawks playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Phillips Arena. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Only one game away from Chicago here. The Bulls will be back home for the next one. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
And, Kevin, things really starting to get out of control for them. I mean, this losing streak is becoming an embarrassment, and it's only going to get worse if they don't figure out a way to stop it soon.
Yeah, sometimes, though, you just need to make changes, pure and simple. Maybe you look to shake up that starting lineup, possibly a trade. But right now, clearly this team has lost confidence, and something's got to give.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Aaron Baines, Paul out there with Bradley. And it's West, and it's Covington in at the 3.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Down low, stolen away. Paul against Allen. Covington in the corner. And it's sent back by Howard. So it's Atlanta now, moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever. We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
And going back to Rubio, Clark, his natural instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he led Spain to a championship, registering 3 triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double. Wow.
And despite those gaudy numbers, you just never know with an international star if, in fact, his game will translate to the NBA. Rubio's game obviously has.
And so here is Chicago after the basket by Atlanta. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And the second free throw, good. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Right side, Bradley launches it. Rubio with the rebound. Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got his first 2 points.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Paul kicks it to West. And James pulls it down.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Rubio misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
From 13, Covington's shot is off. Hawks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Moving it up. And it's Rubio. That time on the assist by Allen. And it's 6 points here for Ricky Rubio. Bulls trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Gallinari passes to Rubio. James outside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Covington. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Covington's got his first points of the night. Gallinari. No good on that last second attempt there. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Atlanta. They lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And, of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in. And as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Damari Carroll out there. Sanders is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Green, and it's Calderon in at the 1. Here's Carroll. The Bulls getting the bucket. Pass to O'Quinn. Back to Calderon. Carroll dishes to Green. Hawks passing it around. And Sanders kicks to Carroll. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 17. And it's Green missing. Bulls trail by 5. And here's Covington from the arc. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. 1:43 left in the first half. Dishes it to Carroll. Pass to Sanders. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Hawks shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season, playing a career-low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
And Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, you know, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you know, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
Paul goes in, and the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. LeBron's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn, and Mo Williams subbed in for Jose Calderon. And Sanders kicks to Williams. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Bulls trail by 4. Feeds it to Lewis. For Chicago, they have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. And a change for the Bulls. Boozer's checked in.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Paul goes in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Paul's got 6.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Now here's Sanders looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's Gallinari missing. Chicago trailing here. All up top. He's guarded by Williams. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Bulls have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Williams against Paul. Now the dish to Clark. Plumlee, the pass to Paul. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Hawks lead by 1. And Jordan.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
The Hawks leading. Taking a look at the Bulls. Robert Covington out there with West. Then there's Bradley. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Paul in at the point.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot. Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Bulls trail by 3. The pass to Covington. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
The Hawks shooting well, 50% from the floor. Allen kicks to Howard. At the elbow, it's James. Launches a 3. That's good from Gallinari on the assist by Howard. Gallinari's got 5 points so far. Gallinari did get better and better over time. I mean, he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
Time now for an injury report. Let's check in with our Doris Burke for an injury update on David West.
Hello, Kevin. I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Chicago. He said that he twisted his ankle and it's swelling up on him.
All right, Doris, and hopefully everything works out for him.
You know, pro trainers have so much available to them at their disposal. If it's nothing serious, he'll be back.
Tamari Carroll's checked in for Gallinari. And Chicago also making a switch. John Lure, he's checked in for West. It's deflected. Paul against Rubio. And the wide open shot from Paul. No good. That would have tied it. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 8 points here for Ricky Rubio.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
LeBron kicks to Rubio. The leaner. And it's James missing. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Covington inside the line. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. All alone. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Lure. Lure's got his first basket. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Allen dishes to Carroll, and the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Here's Paul. Rebound by the Hawks. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Sometimes the bench players are a little overlooked and undervalued, but make no mistake, they play a vital role in.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Bulls trail by 4. They've got Gallinari. Bellinelli is out there with Calderon. Then it's Green, and it's Sanders in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Atlanta. Here's Clark. Calderon pulls it in.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Misses from close range. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Wizards. West outside. Here's Clark. The shot's good on the assist by West. Clark's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. The feed to Gall. Gallinari down low, and Green gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 3.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple. Yeah, strong move there. Big points on that possession. In need of a bucket late. This is the guy you want to go to.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bulls making a switch here. Boozer's checked in. Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. There's 1:47 left to play here in the fourth. Bradley kicks to Paul. Here's West. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Bellinelli passes to Calderon. And that one's good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
That's good from Calderon.
Those and ones can be really critical moments in a tight game like this one.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're losing by 2. 1:37 left here in the fourth quarter. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Picked by West. The drive by Paul. Baseline jumper. Here's Plumlee. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Bellinelli dishes to Sanders. And O'Quinn kicks to Gallinari. O'Quinn the pass to Bellinelli. Plumlee against Sanders. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks working the ball around. And here's Gallinari outside. Shot is off. Excellent defense there from Boozer. Bradley dishes to Paul.
You know, Paul is playing really well. 13 points, and there's a nice number in the assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. James comes in for Sanders. Allen's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Jose Calderon. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Bulls. Robert Covington comes in for Boozer.
Well, it's a scary sight when Howard starts lighting it up like this.
A drive by Paul. The shot misses. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Kicks to Howard. Pass to James. Out to the right wing. Back to Rubio. He feeds it to LeBron. He dishes it to Rubio. And Gallinari kicks to Rubio. Count it!
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Covington. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. 2K Sports. And folks, we couldn't decide a winner in regulation, and we're getting set for the jump ball to start overtime. And it's the Hawks to start out. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Allen. Howard is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Gallinari in at small forward.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
He kicks it to Howard. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist by Howard. And 12 points here for Ricky Rubio. Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 2. We've got 1:28 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Off the inbound pass, and it's sent back by Howard. And here's the fast break. Gallinari.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Ball right side, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Here's Allen. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
That couldn't have gone better for him. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off in style, and I like that type of aggressiveness.
And I got to say it, Clark, I didn't expect them to play it that way. I mean, a great steal, and then to put the pedal to the metal.
Paul against Rubio. The drive by Paul. Can't get it to go. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
Yeah, you know, their lead's increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is starting to play out now. So we'll see if they can close it out.
Paul passes to Bradley. Knocked loose. Back to Paul to halt the run. And again, Chicago, no good. To the paint. Here's Rubio. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this one.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Nope, this one is sealed and delivered.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
The drive by James, but they recover it. And Rubio kicks to Allen. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Jose, congratulations on the win here tonight. How important was winning this game following your last loss to try to reestablish some momentum?
Well, I think we played better. I think we're getting confidence. I know it was a bad loss, but we know what we have to do to win games. And we got to be really concentrate. That's what we do. Everybody got to be on the same page. Keep helping each other. That's how a team win games.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ricky Rubio. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you think?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson.
table with a bowl of Apple Jacks, and he's reading the back of the cereal, and in between eating the Apple Jacks, he's writing. And he want my spot. I'm gonna find him though. I'm gonna sign him. I don't want no problems.
Like we always do at this time. With the cold blowing your mind. Hey dummy, this no accident, all of this was designed. Took my time, kick the crack from behind, and I opened up your blinds, rise and shine. Cold world, same used to drive around with your girl. In my mama's Civic, now I'm out here trying to get it. I ain't like you, boy, I spit it how I live it. So when you see me in the streets, man, I ain't got a mimic. Cause I ain't got an image to uphold. This real, I ain't got a gimmick, I just flowed it. The boy that set fire to the booth. In a game full of liars, it turns out that I'm the truth. Some say that rap's alive, it turns out that I'm the proof. Cause the ones y'all thought would save the day can't even tie my boots. The ones y'all thought can hang with me can't even let these words be my I don't rhyme my before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. My soul to take. Lord, I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. Hope my mama get to see Jamaica before she meet her maker. I hoop but never good enough to ever be a Laker. But these words I recall got me ballin'. Jordan, more than a rapper, this a natural disaster. Boy, I'm meaner than Katrina mixed with Gina. Shut up, Cole. This is for back home, homes. What up, Bo? This is for them that played me. What up? Nah, I ain't mad, it's sad. You went from bad to real bad. 2 kids that don't even know they real dad. Real sad, baby girl, I wish you still had it. Then maybe you could get a taste of living Philmatic. It's cold, still at it. Y'all be talking about the same and how I feel about it. That's why I don't respect that. You talking cold planning funerals, you might fit the before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take. My soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. Hey, get on your job, little man. This ain't Saturday. We in 2 different lanes, you can't navigate. We in 2 different games, you playing patty cake. Brother, you're lame. Yeah, out of shape. My mind run a mile a minute. The sky's the limit. I'm so high, I'm diving in it. My ride's just tinted. But it's just invented, the best out. Foolish pride to make you not admit it. What if this why you nodding with it? The hate in your blood can't stop your soul from vibing with it. Now you all conflicted, cause my flows is wicked. And my thicker and all of y'all picking me cause they know a star when they see a star. Ain't even got a no here. Cheer up, you say so many, you a hero. Medal of Honor, I'm feeling on top like Pac when he with Madonna. Hey, this is before dishonor. Get arrested and forget to tell my mama. She got enough to stress about my gon' get me out. No criminal record, but I'm making criminal records. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it iconic? Jacket so expensive you wouldn't even try on it. But it fit me perfect, I purchase it if I want it. The city on my shoulders, so no girl, you can't cry on it. When you make your list of the greatest, hey, am I on it? Maybe not yet, but I got the clock. Said it goes tick, tock, game on lock. Sun gon' shine, the rain won't stop, oh no. If I should die before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. Another one, another one. DJ Khaled.
busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno y...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Atlanta Hawks in their house, Phillips Arena. Looking at the Hawks, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And with a little bit of time here before tip-off, I'll kick off a topic. Defense, as we know, a key to winning basketball. Kenny, talk about the hallmarks of a great defensive team.
Well, first there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden you can start with containing the basketball and denying those open lanes, because you know if they try to get to the rim, the anchor is back there. And after that, it's all about getting your hands up and making sure.
The starting lineup of the visiting Charlotte Hornets. At power forward, Jarnell Stokes. At shooting guard, Mario Huzoni. At center, Boban Marjanovic. At the other forward position, TJ Warren. At the other guard position, Russell Westbrook. The head coach of the visiting team, Steve Clifford. At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 22, Tony Allen. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 10, Ricky Rubio. At small forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 8, Danilo Gallinari. In the middle, standing 6'11", number 12, Dwight Howard. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 35, LeBron James. The head coach of your home team is Mike Budenholzer.
The Hawks play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live right here from Atlanta, Georgia. The Hornets would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
Kevin, this team has been a total surprise. I mean, a lot of people didn't feel like they'd be this good, but they've come together as a group. The sum of the total is better than the individual parts, and that's evident with this group.
And the lesson here, it doesn't have to be about that individual talent. If all the pieces of the puzzle fit together, the players on this team complement each other beautifully. And I always say, you don't win with the 5 best players, you win with the 5 players that play best together.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Hezonja's out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Warren, and it's Stokes into the 4 slot.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
First one falls for him. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
Warren, good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend, because they just handed him 2 points.
Rubio dishes to Gallinari, and Rubio kicks to Howard from 11 feet away. And James gets it to go on the assist by Howard. LeBron's got his first points in this one. Westbrook drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Allen passes to Howard. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go.
Whoa! And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
And that's a foul called on going up. Daniel Green is checked in for Atlanta. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Barton is checked in. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. Second is Dwight Howard.
Boy, that's a bunch of caroms, boy, for a 10-game stretch, Kevin. I mean, the opponents he's faced, it's not like they've all been bad rebounding teams either. That makes it even more impressive what he's done on the boards.
And that one's good. And it's 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now, here is going up. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Hawks passing it around. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And across the board in that game, guys, they shot the lights out.
Rarely do you see a team shoot like that from everybody. I mean, they were getting scoring from every position all over the court. That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Sanders' shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Rubio. And so the first quarter is in the books. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the... Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him. Nothing rattles him.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter, we've got Hollis Jefferson. Bill Barton is out there with Russell Westbrook. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Stokes in at the 4. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for James. Look at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks. It was a win against the Bulls.
The fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. Boy, was that a battle, and it turned out to be a real gritty win for them.
Yeah, they saved their best for last that day. Got it done in overtime.
The Hawks trail by 4.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
Goes back up. Here's McGee. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. McGee's got his first points of the game. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Well, Greg, on the topic of Westbrook, no one's questioning his heart and his will. It was unbelievable what he did after Durant went down. But Clark, the truth is... It's hard to make the playoffs playing inefficient basketball.
No, I agree. I mean, there are certain guys who are catalysts and other guys who make things happen. And Iverson, Ginobili, Russell's old teammate, James Harden. Those guys make things happen, and you have to live with some of their inefficiency at times.
So for the Hawks, Allen's checked in for Green, and Mo Williams subbed in for Jose Calderon. Donald Sloan's checked in for the Hornets. Allen kicks to Carroll, back to Allen. Here's O'Quinn, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Sloan dishes to McGee. The second chance effort. The shot is off. Good D by Sanders. The Hawks trailer. Allen kicks to Carroll. And that misses. That would have put him up.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
The Hornets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. LeBron, he's checked in for Atlanta. Gallinari comes in for Damari Carroll. And the Hornets making a change here. He's perfect from the line this time. The Hawks trail by 3. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Gallinari's got his second basket of the game. And the Hornets shooting 47%, pretty solid. They set the screen. Here's Sloan. He's guarded by Williams. Williams with the steal. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. And the dunk by James.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
The Hornets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
At the line for the Hawks.
That free throw missing.
2 shots. Under 6.
Good on the second free throw. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Tie game in Atlanta. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
They got to get more aggressive on the glass. Oh.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Ricky Rubio is out there with Allen. Then there's Howard. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Gallinari in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Ricky Rubio, Clark, one of the most highly anticipated international players in recent memory to come into the NBA.
Yeah, he's got an awful lot of flash and substance to his game, and after much haggling and negotiating, he was finally allowed to join the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2011.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Warren with the ball. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from Stokes.
And back to Rubio. With the pressure of all that fanfare marking his arrival, he really focused in and hit the ground running. He was named Western Conference Rookie of the Month, first month of the season, and he finished second to Kyrie Irving for Rookie of the Year.
Takes it from 10. And the shot by Warren, no good.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Warren's got it all tied up now for the Hornets.
You know, talking about Rubio, he re-upped for a huge contract extension last season. Despite some injury and shooting woes, he got $56 million over 4 years. Well, that's a bunch of cheese for a guy that's still a bit of a question mark.
Damari Carroll's checked in for the Hawks. Green comes in for Allen. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Hornets. Will Barton comes in for Jarnell Stokes. Stolen by McGee. And here's Westbrook. He's got 6. 1:09 left in the third quarter of the game. Howard with the steal. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. LeBron leading the charge. Green, no luck.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Atlanta making some changes. Sanders comes in for James. And it's Calderon in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Barton. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jose Calderon.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Barton. Green with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Outside, Green from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And that one's good. Barton's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Hornets on top, up 3. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Here's Rubio. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. We've got Will Barton. He's out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Hezonja in at the 3. And Westbrook, here we go. And Hezonja gets it to go. Hezonja's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Hornets. The Hawks trail by 5. Outside, Bellinelli. Feeds it to Sanders. He dishes it to James. Gallinari inside the 3-point line. Goes to the fadeaway and hits it.
Kevin, that's beautiful. And with the guy all over him, the fadeaway was about the only option he had, and he cashed in on it.
Here's Westbrook. Boom, he chips it straight down.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position. The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
They get it back. LeBron passes to O'Quinn. LeBron dishes to Allen. Allen with another miss. Charlotte leading by 4. Barton kicks to Weston. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Pass to Azania. The dish to Barton. Here's Marjanovic. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Dwight Howard's checked in for Atlanta. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Warren's checked in. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Fellas, that 2-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Charlotte no good that time either.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Here's Marjanovic, covered by Rubio.
Good game for Westbrook. 10 points and 4 assists.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And here's Charlotte. And that's an intentional foul.
Tony Allen. That's his first personal foul. At the line.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Under 6.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stopped.
Nobody near Allen. Buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around it.
That's his second personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
2 shots. Under 6.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Atlanta timeout.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're losing by 6. 26 seconds left in the game. Atlanta with the ball. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
They're over the limit. That's his third personal foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Under 6.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 4. We We've got 22 seconds left in the game. And here's Gallinari outside. Nails it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
It's the first net will put them up by 2.
Russell Westbrook. 2 shots. Under 6.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
It's the first. That gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Rubio. Fires it up. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Westbrook. Finished off the break.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
So it's Charlotte picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Russell, congratulations.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
When you're facing...
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith,
Can't be sleeping, keep on waking without the woman next to me. Guilt is burning, inside I'm hurting. This ain't a feeling I can keep, so blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me, don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me, don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. So sorry, baby. Yeah. I got to dance. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me.
Do you recall not long ago we would walk on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember, all we did was care for each other. But the night was warm, we were bold and young. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Look it, we need someone to lean on. Like it, all we need is somebody to lean on. Look it, we need someone to lean on. Like it, all we need is somebody to lean on. What will we do when we get old? Will we walk down the same road? Will you be there by my side, standing strong as the waves roll over? And the nights I longing for you to come home. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Look it, we need someone to lean on. Look it, all we need is somebody to lean on. Look it, we need someone to lean on. Look it, all we need is somebody to lean on.
Ricky Rose, T-Pain.
I got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. About to have the parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far.
Cause it's just another day in the life of the
Baby, we make magic. Come home with a thug, let's get cracking. Always well, baby, cause happen. She got the back seat, just a freak in the mood. Hopped in the tray, just to let the top back and thank God for the day. Who gives a what a hater gotta say? I made a couple $1 million last year. Still in the streets,
Strapped with them things, she in love with a G, so she tatted my name. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. 10 black Maybachs back to back in the lane. I'ma make it rain, then I'ma make it back. You are just a lame little homie, that's a fact. Working with